Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in. So, we're going to do a little bit of shaking, shake things up a little bit to begin with, and then we'll come to the breath. So, I invite you to come to a standing position, someplace where you're comfortable, and take a moment to plant your feet. Let's rock a little bit. Rocking from foot to foot. You can even peel the toes off as you shift from side to side. Take a nice breath in and exhale with a soft sigh. Just drop all tension, blow off, release any negativity. We want to reveal our radiant, shining bodies that are always with us, sometimes buried deep inside. And bending the knees a little bit more, bending and lifting. We want that buoyant quality. You can even let the hands come up as though there are strings at the wrists, strings at the top of the head. Exhale down, inhale, float, exhale down, inhale, float. And let these movements get a little bit smaller, and bring the feet underneath your hips where they feel good. Take a moment to reach the arms up and interlace the fingers. Press up through those hands. We want to feel that lovely perpendicular between the sky and the earth in our bodies. And a little bit of soft wiggling to open up some places that may wish to be opened a little bit more right now. One more big stretch, palms up, inhale. And exhale, the shoulders, elbows, hands melt down, but you're left with a gorgeous, tall spine, lightly supported from below, lightly suspended from above, so you have a light, clear channel inside. And now we're going to shake out the hands a little bit. Feel free to make any sound that you may wish to make. It can be loud, it can be soft, it can be breathy, it can be keening, squealing, screaming, whatever you want, whatever your body needs. Just let it out. Let the elbows bounce, let the shoulders go up and down, let there be some bounce in the knees, in the hips, in the ankles. Everything is loosening. Everything is loosening, and that includes your neck. Everything is comfortable. Nothing overdone or overcooked. Just shaking out, making faces, letting out sound. If you want to shake with the hands up, you can do that. You can alternate sides. Just let your body do whatever feels good, and you can even let the heels bounce up and down. It's not a big thump, it's just a little bit of an airlift under the heels. And we're loosening everything up, just letting it go. Let out some breath, let out some air, just let it go. Adjusting my strings in the back here. This is a standalone exercise that you can come to any time of the day. It's even nice to put on a favorite piece of music with a really good beat and just do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and just allow all of that to come through you. So we're doing a short version today because even a little bit is very valuable. And then just find your center. You can let yourself sway. We're not locking anything down today. We're looking for freedom, and we're looking for our bodies to have the permission to do what they want to do today, instead of the mind saying, must do this or linear this. Today's a day of flowing and loosening things up. So we've done some shaking. We're going to put on, the only rule we have is we're going to stay connected to the sky and the earth and allow those beautiful energies to support us. We keep the joints soft throughout, and especially important now when we're going to twist a little bit. So start some gentle twists with the feet flat without locking down. You'll probably feel a little bit of movement around your shins, maybe your knees. If that starts to feel like a bit too much, you can do a couple of things. One is you can step the feet a little wider bend the knees a little bit more. Or a perennial favorite is let the back heel come up. Let the arms just come around with momentum and allow your head to be free. The eyes are scanning the horizon, and letting the eyes move in this way gives a lot of freedom to your neck. Ah. And enjoy a few more twists. Let yourself feel the momentum. Let the movement take your body rather than your body lead the movement. We kind of start things off in a certain pattern, but then we let the movement itself take over. And let this come to its natural finish. Let it come to a natural finish. All right. And now the shoulders roll. Inhale up and back. Exhale down and forward. Inhale up and back. Exhale down and forward. Let this follow your breath. Let's inhale through the nose and exhale through softly parted lips. Just a couple of times. 2 times, 3 times is usually the charm. And then breathe in and out through the nose, but we're going to syncopate. So we're going to let one shoulder move and then the other shoulder move. One circle is made, the other circle is made. Let the rest of your body come along. The shoulder is initiating movement, but the neck is relaxed and following. Maybe your knees are bending a little bit, straightening a little bit. Getting that feeling of twisting. Inhale when the shoulder comes up, exhale down. Let the other shoulder lead and finish one more set. And then fluff things up and see how you feel. Shake out the hands, shake out the hands. Just notice a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to interlace the fingers, palms touching, and continue touching the palms and take the wrists for a little snaky circle. And remember, today is the day where nothing locks down, not in our bodies, maybe lock down elsewhere, but not locking down inside, deep inside. So you may see that my body's kind of snaking along with the wrists. The wrists are where I'm initiating, but I am letting whatever else wants to wake up to do so. Let's take these circles the other way. And let the breath be smooth, free, elongated. And then let's shake that out, shake that out, shake that out, shake that out. Okay, now we did circles going with the shoulders back. I want you to take one shoulder and circle up, front, and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale when your chest opens. Exhale when the chest closes. We're talking about the front of the chest in this point. Interesting thing is when you close the front, the back opens. When you open the front, the back closes. So there's a lovely reciprocity. So just roll that shoulder back a little bit and see how that feels. Maybe do a little chest shimmy to celebrate. Fluff like a bird, fluff your feathers. I'm enjoying how I feel more in the shoulder that's had that extra movement. So just listen to what you're feeling. It could be something completely different and just own your experience. So now the other shoulder, up and over. When it comes back, in general we're inhaling, but that's not a hard and fast rule. The big rule is breathe. That's the big rule. Make sure you keep breathing and your breath is not shutting down in any way. Okay. And then take one more, just taking that shoulder back so that we're left in the open position. We don't want to be left in this position. And just feel that. Maybe shimmy it out, shake it out. Now we're going to add that movement, that shoulder rolling. You'll notice if you roll your shoulder in, there's a natural inclination for the elbow to lift. Let's continue that natural inclination and continue to twist as though I'm turning a big doorknob behind me, and then we just let that go. We let that go. Feel that for a moment. We'll do the other side, then we'll flow with it. So first the shoulder comes in, then the elbow continues, then the wrist continues, and you can lean away like I am, coming back. I'll turn around so it's a little different viewpoint. So the shoulder first, then the elbow, then the hand, leaning away so you can get that full twisting of the arm, and then a complete release and let it come back. One more on the other side. Shoulder, elbow, twisting, and then coming back. Shake that out, and we're going to put it together in a snaky flow through the arms. You can bend the knees a little bit. You want your feet under you so you have the quiet support, because most of the action will be happening now up here, but we want responsiveness. If you lock your knees, yes, you can support yourself, but it's going to interrupt all of the juicy flow everywhere else. We're going to start this one with the arms gently out. Elbows are curved, but they're buoyant. They're not dropped into the body. And if you'll notice, my arms are a little bit in front. If we take them too far back, we're going to go into a lockdown of the kind we don't want. We want that freedom. So just test it. If you're too far back, you may feel like, oh, I'm opening here, but you're actually tightening up to support that. There's a place where the arms rest comfortably a little bit in front, almost like we're holding a big ball of something beautiful. All right. Take a breath here. One shoulder starts to roll, followed by the elbow, and you're taking the whole exhale to twist. And allow the whole inhale to unwind. The action happens on the twist. Exhale. Here's where we're initiating. And then on the inhalation, we're just allowing the natural releasing, unwinding. Exhale, twisting, and let anything your body wants to do alongside that happen. So the movement is our guide, and then anything else that wants to come along is welcome to. Let's do one more. Exhale, twist. Inhale, release. One more. Exhale, twist. And inhale, release. Now we're going to exhale and pause. Inhale, reach way, way up. And exhale, the palms face down and come down in front of you, bringing the energy down and relaxing the arms and shoulders. And just lean over slightly from the rib cage and let your arms swing just a little bit. Let your chin drop just a little bit as well. This is just releasing some tension from holding the arms up. Then let the arms dangle and let the hands draw some little easy circles. And some little easy circles the other way. And then we're going to straighten up, unrolling all the way up from the bottom. And let's stand for a moment and tap into our breath. There's a chance that a lot of breathing has opened up more already, but we're going to go a little further. Resting your hands on your belly, relaxing the feet, soft knees, not locking, not really bent, not really straight, but easy. Crown of the head floating up, tail dropping down. There's a buoyancy that rises up from the ground to support us, and there's a suspension that reaches down and lifts us up from the sky. So we are on the perpendicular between heaven and earth. Let the belly expand, feeling your hands moved by the belly possibly, and exhale, let the belly draw in. Let's inhale and exhale. Exhale softly through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. We're going to release a little negativity. Maybe you have some, maybe you don't. If you have no negativity, you're a very lucky person. Haven't picked up any intensity or heaviness, in which case you can just release to allow more beauty to come in. So this is a heart clearing, because that's where we often hold extra emotions, whether they belong to us or someone else. And it's also the place where, in yoga, consciousness resides in the heart. So we want to have a clear, unfiltered heart. The lens is not dusty. We want to open it up. So the movement is going to be hands starting in front of the heart. You may have done this one before, but it's always going to be a new experience. And the fingertips are going to dive forward, then pull back. The chest is going to open. The throat is going to open. You might end up in a little bit of a back bend, but just a nice one. And then again, we just soften. We just soften, and our palms gather the fresh energy in. So we're going to release any old energy by blowing it out and clearing any dust bunnies out of our heart. And then we're going to softly receive blessings. Now, to amplify this, we're going to use a sound, and the sound we've been using, we'll continue with, is it's like heat and flames being released, clearing. It could even be burning off. So we want that nice clearing. So if you want to watch one, you can, or you can just join in. So our knees are a little bit straight here, and our fingertips are pointing towards our hearts. We smile, we're connected to the sky and the earth, and we exhale smiling. The preparation is beautiful and important too. Now we inhale, and exhale, we make the sound knees bent. And as we inhale, we relax and we just receive. We bring in and also we allow ourselves to receive. Now we clear negativity. We make more room for blessings. The knees bend so we have more earthy support. And the knees straighten, getting more earthy support to lift us as we bring in. Let's do two more. Inhale, receive, bringing in so much radiant light. One more, clear out the smoky, yicky, whatever. And inhale, bring it all back. And let the hands rest lovingly over your heart and lungs. And focus your next few breaths into continuing the expansion and concentration here. So new energy expands the heart space. And remember, it has a space front, back, right, left, above, and below. So multi-dimensional space. And as you exhale, you're releasing more tendrils of smoke or old energy. You're clearing. It's a spring cleaning. It's like opening the windows and getting all the beautiful fresh air to come in and clear out the stale air. Lovely. And we're going to finish today with a few movements to do a little bit more flowing movement in through the legs and the hips. So we're going to begin with a little rubbing of the hands. We're still taking our beautiful openness with us. We're going to rub our hands, put our feet together, and rest our warm, awake palms on our knees, and begin some little circles. These circles include the rims of the feet. The breath includes the heart expansion that we've just done. And circling. I'm going to see if I can find a bit more light. Stand in the pool of light. A little further away, but maybe you can see more. But feel the energy. It's a soft churning, not locking anywhere. Some of you might want to go low, and that's healthy for you, and some of you might want to go smaller because that's healthier for you. So we're looking for where the pleasure resides, not where the task says we're supposed to, but where the pleasure in the cells live. And circling a few times the other way, you can even lift sometimes really massage the feet. The hips are getting massage as well. And let this come to a natural finish. And let the energy of the earth rise up through your legs. Let's take that energy up with our hands and reach to the sky. And as we exhale, we're bringing the sky energy like anointing oil. You can step your feet open if you like, of course. And from the earth, we feel the energy coming up through our ankles, knees, thighs, all the way up, and we touch the sky. We feel the sky and pour the rays of sunshine. The anointing oil pours the melted butter, healing our nervous systems. Inhale, bringing the nourishment of the earth's bounty up through us. And exhale all the way down. We're going to do one more. Inhale, feel the energy. The more vivid you make the imagery and intention in your mind, the more energy will flow. We're going to pour the hands down and let them rest on our hips. I'm going to come a little closer, and the feet are going to be just a little wider than the shoulders, so you want to feel nice and loose. Even rock the hips a bit from side to side. And we want to give ourselves permission to turn the feet, so we're not keeping the feet trapped anywhere. We're going to twist the hips a little bit and then bring the hip forward to the diagonal, swing it back, and then the other hip comes forward on the diagonal and swing it back. Hip on the diagonal, swing back. You can do this with your hands too, hip and hand if you want. And in fact, now that we've got the hips moving, you can use the heels of the hands along with the hips. So the heels of the hands go with the hips. The heels of the hands go with the hips. I'll turn around. Heels and hips. Heels of hands and hips. Heels of hands and hips. And any other part of your body that wants to move along, the shoulders. Make this really slurpy. And main thing is keep breathing. Keep breathing. Let out a sound every once in a while if you want to let out a sound. Okay, let's let the slurpiness get a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. It's starting to wind down, starting to wind down. We want to end up quietly standing, bringing the feet a little bit closer together, a little bit closer together. Float up through the top of the spine, the suspension through the top of the great channel of the spine, the support from the earth, the sky and the earth and their beauty meet together to create a lovely posture for us. And we're going to fold one hand on top of the other, resting the hands, chest is open, breathing. You can close your eyes if you like. And in the spirit of the gentle movement, the flowing movement and the asymmetry and the swirling, non-linear movement we've been doing, allow the bamboo to move in the breeze. You're beautifully upright, quiet in your center, soft smile, knowing that you're borrowing the resources, sharing the resources so generously offered always by earth and sky, and you can maintain a lovely suppleness so that whatever way the breeze blows, you are fluid and not moved around where it counts, not moved around in that quiet, still place inside. Feel the breath drop into your belly. Feel your smile. Let the breeze softly quiet down until you're left apparently still, yet very soft and mobile. Nonetheless, nothing is locked. Everything is free. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. We're doing this together, and may you keep breathing deeply and smoothly and stay supple and still within. Many, many blessings. Have a beautiful day.